The man judged by the Jinn. In a remote village near the Moroccan desert, tales of the Jinn were part of everyday life. The elders often warned the villagers to respect deserted areas, especially the ruins and caves believed to be inhabited by these supernatural beings. Among these warnings, one story stood out: a man who had been judged by the Jinn themselves. The encounter. The story begins with a merchant named Rashid, known for his skepticism toward supernatural tales. Rashid often traveled across the desert, passing through treacherous and isolated paths to trade goods. One fateful night, Rashid decided to take a shortcut through an abandoned oasis, ignoring the warnings of the locals. As he set up camp under a large, twisted tree, he heard faint whispers carried by the desert wind. Thinking it was the sound of animals, he dismissed it and prepared to rest. Suddenly, a rock flew past him, landing near his fire. Startled, Rashid looked around but saw no one. "Who's there?" he shouted, his voice echoing into the emptiness. No reply came, but the whispers grew louder, surrounding him like a chorus of unseen voices. The trial. Before Rashid could react, the ground beneath him seemed to shift. He found himself standing in a circle of shadowy figures, their features obscured but their glowing eyes piercing the darkness. The whispers turned into a language he couldn't understand, but he realized he was the center of their attention. One of the figures stepped forward and spoke in a deep, commanding voice. "You have trespassed on sacred ground and disturbed our peace. For this, you shall stand trial." Terrified, Rashid fell to his knees, clutching a small tasbih, prayer beads, he always carried. He began reciting Ayat al-Kursi from the Quran, his voice shaking. The Jinn seemed to hesitate, their forms flickering like flames in the wind. "You claim innocence," said the leader, "but ignorance is no excuse. Do you plead for mercy?" Rashid, finding strength in his prayers, replied, "I did not know this place was forbidden. I seek forgiveness if I have wronged you." The leader paused, as if considering his words. The circle of Jinn began to hum, their voices blending into an otherworldly melody. After what felt like an eternity, the leader spoke again. "You are spared, but heed this warning, respect the unseen world, for not all will show you the mercy we have shown tonight." The aftermath. With that, the figures vanished, leaving Rashid alone under the tree. His campfire had gone out, and the first light of dawn was breaking. Shaken but unharmed, Rashid packed his belongings and left the oasis as quickly as he could. When he returned to the village, Rashid shared his story with the local imam, who explained that the Jinn, like humans, have their own laws and territories. By trespassing unknowingly, Rashid had invoked their judgment, but his prayers and sincere repentance had saved him from harm. From that day on, Rashid became a deeply spiritual man, always mindful of the boundaries between the human and Jinn realms. He warned others to respect the unseen and never to venture into places where they might not be welcome.